I'm Abby. I'll be your nurse today. What brings you in today?
I'm just here for my outpatient visit.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a few questions if that's okay with you. They might be a little personal, but I promise everything that we discuss will be confidential. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay. So the first question is, in general, how would you describe your relationship with your boyfriend or husband?
Sometimes,
With a lot of tension, some tension, or no tension?
some tension.
Some tension, okay. Do you and your partner work out arguments with great difficulty, some difficulty, or no difficulty?
Some difficulty.
Some difficulty, okay. Do arguments ever result in you feeling down or bad about yourself? Often, sometimes, or never?
Often.
Often, okay. Do arguments ever result in hitting, kicking, or punching? Often, sometimes, or never?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. Do you ever feel frightened by what your partner says or does?
Often.
Often, okay. Has your partner ever abused you physically?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Has your partner ever abused you emotionally?
Often.
And has your partner ever abused you sexually?
Never.
Never. Okay. So thanks for answering those questions. I heard you say that you said sometimes your significant other, you feel frightened around him. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, he works construction, and so sometimes he does really doesn't like his boss and yells a lot about his job. And I'm expected to have dinner cooked like when I get home, and sometimes not being a nurse, I don't really have time for that, but I try to make time. And when I don't, I get yelled at a lot.
Has he ever hit you?
He has, yeah. We got in a fight the other night, so that's
Oh,
where
okay.
that's
Yeah,
from.
I see a bruise.
But nothing like, I've never had a broken bone. I've just been like some black eyes maybe and just bruises.
Tell me how you feel about your partner hitting you and doing things like that to you.
Awful. I mean, nobody feels good about it, but he makes most of the money, and I feel like I have to stay and make things work for my kids.
So about your kids, has he ever abused your kids?
No, never. I would never let that happen.
Does he ever hurt you in front of the children?
He did one time. He slapped me in front of our two kids, and ever since then I've just been really good about making sure he doesn't get angry around them.
Can you tell me how your kids responded when they saw that?
They went and told grandma,
Uh-huh.
and so now I have to explain to my mom about our relationship, and we're really trying to work on it.
And what does your mom say about your relationship? How does
My
she
mom
feel?
doesn't like him at all.
Does she ever mention you leaving him or trying
all
to
the
get away
time.
from him? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about leaving him? What are your thoughts about that?
I really would like to, but I don't know how I would support myself and my kids without his income, and I really want my children to know their father, and I feel like if we left, that things just would never be good between he and I.
So you feel that if you left, it would only get worse for the both of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have you ever thought of a safe plan when things do escalate or things intensify between you and your husband? Have you ever thought of what you can do
Not
to
really.
prevent it from going further?
Not really. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's discuss some of them. Do you have a safe place where maybe you could go with your children if things were to escalate?
Yeah, I could go to my mom's.
Your
and
mom's?
My dad would probably. I feel safer at my mom and my dad.
Okay, do you have phone numbers that you know off the top of your head in case something...
Definitely, yeah.
Have you ever established maybe like a code word with your children or with your mother?
So I always tell the children to go to their room, and they know immediately. Like, go to your room and lock the door and stay in there.
Okay. Have you ever, and you said you didn't really consider leaving the relationship just because...
I think it'd be the best, but I just don't know how I would.
Okay, well, I have some great information about where you can contact people if you consider about needing help or anything. Is there anything I can do for you?
No, these numbers look like they're pretty good, especially the MUPD one. I'd like to maybe get like a restraining order if that was a possibility.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to give you this card. You can use it for yourself or for any other things that you know.
Okay.
And if you ever feel unsafe or in harm, you can always come here and discuss things with us.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions or anything for me?
I don't think so. Thanks for all your help.
Okay, well, thank you again.
Mm-hmm.